Your girl said I read a title before I could read a page. But I caught the concept of the title. 7 to 8. I come on here every day, but I kept the concept of the title to say you got to get out the hood because everybody hating. When so busy, people are so busy fighting for what they believe in and don't give nobody else a chance, and they demand vote to get it in the concept of it. And when God fight back, that can be the greatest good than any one of them. But this is a lesson. This is not a hate. It should not be jealous. This is love. Because I had so many plans for Texas to bring the Disney Channel, Texas, in the city live with Yellow Breeze in them and the people, the voters. When you have a disagreement, you will continue to have the same thing over and over. You will continue to have that disagreement. You continue not to understand the reason why things are the way they are because you're only willing to see your point of views. And sometimes it have to stop. The questions behind that situation is we have to understand what it means. This is a lesson learned. God is trying to give you a second chance. But God said, I'm listening to Lil Wayne's song, Motherfucking Right. Excuse my French. Ain't no more YMCMB, ain't no American God then. If they're going to use the metaphor and how things are going, how can we understand it? But you so busy fighting and teaming up with numbers. And when God come back in the spirit, what can we do? When Trump and them have their opinions and let them win. This is where I'm telling you, let them win. This has been going on for years, and Trump and Joe Biden could have did something different. This is not about legacy. This is about the president having a choice. This is about everybody in that senator should have did different. And I hope our kids, this is not about me. This is not about none of these things. They could have been different. What power. Now, this is not funny at the end of the day because nobody wins. You only one with money and misunderstanding, not understanding God with lies. That's the question. If you want your hood to grow, you have to stand by something. Stand by God and Jesus with it. That's prosper. Pull the jealousy out because they so busy fighting. You can't. God can never come back in His society, in His body, because you're fighting over your selfish belief on your own self. Numbers. To understand it, right? You have to understand those things, right? When he say he got holly grow on his back, I got God on my back and I got the Holy Spirit of God on my back. And that's the understanding of the things that we so care for. We have to understand those things. But they take those things for granted. God is trying to give America a second chance. God is trying to give the American hood a second chance. This is not about none of that. You see, you still haven't learned. I think when God, if God come back in the body, you're still trying to do the same thing. Because you can't even protect them. The guy say, oh, God had to die. No, God didn't have to die. You scared to protect him. You stayed to get up him with numbers. When the numbers was greater. It was about numbers. You were scared to stand with him. And that's the difference between, no, he did not have to die. If we talking about those meanings. They were scared to stand with me then and they scared to stand now. They have lies to misunderstand those things. Trump and them put the the thing in the voters' hands in the community, but not in the spirit of God's hands, of knowing what's going on. Let me tell you, Mr. Trump and all the rest of them, you could have been bigger than you ever been. Your history would have been bigger than you ever said if you would have went against something. God said your thing could have been bigger. You choose. Nobody wins. You only won with lies and death. That's the confirmation of that. Cries and death. That's the only thing you win with. Pain and suffering and death. That's what you choose. I could talk to other teenagers on like, let's see, be happy if you didn't get what you want. That can be because it wasn't time yet, but the understanding they still had all of that power and they didn't know what to do with it. God said, if I get out the hood, you will never be nothing. You'll live a lie time and time again. You'll never be nothing. You will always lose. But God said, if you can't keep me right here and everybody agree and come together and jump from, where will we know? Where will we stand as American greatness, as hood greatness, and God together? You let others tell you, I'm getting. You let other evil afflict your mind and try to stop you from believing what you believe in love and understanding. Control, domination, mindset thing. Not different mindsets, opinions. That's why God can't live amongst you. That's why people tell people get the hatred of fighting for with your lies, but not coming together on common goals. How can we understand it? If we have a government that worked out everybody's issues, not just those things. But it's not like that when we can constantly complaining over racism and then we can never understand what black and mindsets got their own opinion. We lose at the end because you refuse to wake up. If I leave here, Texas, you lose. If I leave America, you lose. If I leave this hood and the community in South Dallas, you lose. Everybody lose. Do you know everybody loses? Because you can't come together. You can't understand why God is so great and He's trying to take the darkness out of the hood of Texas and trying to bring the light. That's the difference in the hood of Texas. Oak Cliff and all of them, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. God is trying to bring the darkness out of it if you're trying to say it. You got to understand it. Why He's trying to bring the light into the hood of Texas and Oak Cliff, and He's trying to take the dark. You have to understand something that's greater than yourself. If you can't join forces, you're going to forever lose hood and God. If you can't join forces with them. If you can't tune out the jealousy parents and the jealousy kids, that's the good of them. You are always going to lose. Your hood is never going to prosper. I'm reading the 1949 gangs and forward. The more they say they get never. The more they mess with us, the more we mess with them. The more they mess with us, we gonna go to the civil rights gang. If I was a leader again, that's the problem. Everybody have their phones. Stop recording. When you see something, come on. Those are the things that we have to understand what is great. You do stuff, and you don't do stuff on the community, you go on the civil rights. I just had an accident with an employee. But if kids gonna hate, how can you do better? Let me tell you, that's a disgrace right there. That happened yesterday because if Tavon and them never did nothing, they chilled in my house, they had a good time. They came and played my TV. They talked about their relationships. I went to Taco Bell with them. I went to so many places with them. I go to work at night, tell them to lock up and do some stuff and chill. If I go to work, they lock up, they hit the bank and they lock up and bam. I said, come on. That's what they did when they got it when I gotta get to work. That's what they did. Tavon and Demarcus and other kids at Crewview. They had me with their little sister lock up. I'm in my room sleep. I gotta go to work and they lock up. So those are the things that we have to understand. I had so many fun with them, and it was about after they get out of school, they come and get me in their trucks. It's just the greatness out of it. So I'm glad Terrell and them not like that. I'm glad Terrell and Demarcus and them not like that, and everybody else at Crewview. This man, I done had so much, and I never forget them. Two of them, I never forget them because they picking me up after school. We were walking to Taco Bell. We after school, after they get out of school, and man, and they got their little nieces and their sisters, and I have to be very. When Tarana got me around his little sister, I gotta know who I should not be hanging with and the manipulations, and then Terrell cousins and Demarcus and them sisters, then they friends. So I have to be very cautious on how things are going on. I have to be very cautious about those things. So it's a situation where Demir got mad with nobody wants to hear all that, and then he get mad because I don't want to let him talk to no. What's your opinion? I don't want to be with all that stuff, man. So there's a lot of fake stuff that's going on. We're doing something different than them, and if they don't like it, baby, I don't have to participate in it. That's the question of it. But that don't mean other people have to have a problem with it. That because you're gonna cause conflict, you just won't have nothing to do with it. You're gonna lose because they don't believe in balance. They don't believe in things. We talking about creating a Walmart music industry where talent, stages, not just Walmart businesses, Walmart music industry. Kids stand balance, going to school. Walmart and schools participate, giving more hours. Target can participate in this. Everything with this will create more car pushers. We can create schedule restriction, seasonals. Talent. We'll be able to get by the Walmart. We'll be able to put the payroll with the school in different ways. The payroll in the schools in different ways, and try to make sure they get more hours. So what this one is, we can also give Walmart can be on the payroll of the school bus drivers, and they can get out the school and get a job and get dropped off from the school, then be picked back up. This is the greatest thing that's ever hit the face of the earth. Balance, job. You're better together. Let me tell you one thing. When I was a kid, and I'm working, and I'm the only one working, and people don't have nothing. None of them didn't ask me, Hubert, let's get a job, let's get a job, and let's do this and that. None of them didn't ask me that. And I'm the only one that's working at 14 and 15 years old. So, at Corient, we provide unlimited access. God said 9/11 could have been avoided if we would have watched out for the spirit, if we would have took care of our enemy. We would have took care of our enemy. What God did when we killed 9/11 killed him? And she talking about making money. God said we killed the enemy of hatred. We understand that the love is so much greater than what they understand. But if we all can't come on a common ground, I'm not the enemy. But God said you will make it where your hood be dry for life and live with those things. God got a trick up. God said you can't keep lying on me and doing the same thing. God got a trick for you. In many ways, He's going to show you. In many ways, He got a trick for your lives. Hatred you let consume you instead of bringing love to the surface. We keep out for our enemy. When God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood, He knew the non-believer was going to be among the believers. It's the same thing in the cause. What they stand for, and God more greater than what they can understand. We have to understand the biggest purpose. We have to understand those things and why those things is. You will always lose. That's the difference between what you can't understand and God said you will always lose. There's a billion of you mind tactics and mindset. You will always lose. So God said, you got a chance for your hood and God and Jesus to win together. If not, you lose Him forever if you can't come together and win together. You got to seek out the enemy. In due time, we will understand it. God just don't got unfinished business in the spirit. He got unfinished business with the body of His body. Him and Jesus got unfinished with the body. So I need you to understand the levels of understanding why He want to come back and walk amongst us and understand those goals. What's to understand those goals? You ain't gonna never go out the hood and kids acting like that with their parents in that little hospital got a price. You ain't never gonna go nowhere like that. Then you gonna always lose. You're losing now. With the concept of understanding of where we're trying to go. The creator is greater than what they can understand. If I leave, you lose. That's just the bottom line with that. That's just the concept of those things. So we talking about this. They lose at the end. They still have hatred. They still have hatred. They still have these things, and they still have hatred. Whether you win, you still have hatred. So why can we understand it? Why can we understand it? Right? The love that we show for each other. This give America a second chance. This is not to hurt us and damage us. Just to make the light come out of the darkness of America. Every state would be so greater. Every hood would be greater, prosper in ways that we can't understand. God said we are greater than that. Can we be greater than that? Can we understand? Let me tell you something. When I go to, everybody come in, the prosecutor or the DA, when they bring me to jail, can you walk away like other police officers do when something's wrong? Can you feel it in your spirit when something's wrong? You can't even protect him in the understanding of that. Come on, guys. Let's stop and make a better future and a better today. Trump was wrong, guys. The rest of them was wrong. You have to understand that. They was wrong for not using their power for the greater good. Those things, the understanding of those things. People gonna think you don't deserve it. But they've been stealing and they've been taking and they've been growing more than God's children should be growing. Because they think they have a right when they don't believe in God and Jesus. And those understanding, everything that I'm getting, I'm fighting on my own. I'm not in the concept of documents coming in, the concept of those things. And we can't always deal with those things. Jealousy can't understand where the gratitude's at. And those are the things that we have to understand the price of it. Nobody got time for that, what your theory is at the end of the day. Nobody got time for what your theory is. Let me tell you something. They talk about self-love. The reason why they have self-love in them, 0.5% of a man can't find nobody because of the stuck-up mindset, the different mindsets and intelligence. But if you think it just got love just in America and you give up on it and not find another way, where you get up? But to understand what those things to get it. But if you got neighbors and everybody, how can you grow for something? How can you understand it? And then one thing, I love unknowledge people. God said He hate lying people that can't understand, that understand and just choose to abuse it. Choose to abuse it. Choose to not to understand it. Let me tell you, I didn't deal with so much with the team. But every time when girls want me, hey, I don't got time for that at the end of the day. We ain't gonna get on that subject on here. If we choose to walk away, that's the good thing God chooses to walk away from. He chooses those things because you can't understand it. You choose not to understand those things. Let me tell you something. That thing in church in the city said something about what do they know. I'm glad I was in. Orion said what the. I went to college at 14. I was going to North Lake Brookhaven. I went to thrift stores, had a lot of jobs, and just doing stuff. But you don't tell somebody. I'm glad I wasn't around that environment because I did so much, not just the pain, of just doing the things that I needed to do, and that's the greatest thing of them all, right? That's the thing of them all, right? What is your concept of what those things is? You don't tell these kids what they didn't. Hey, what do you know? I'm glad I ain't my parent. I had great teachers around me, but they bring. I'm glad I was in character and they didn't grow up with that stuff. Man, no. What do you know? And for that, we interact the selfishness and the mindsets of their own opinions. But if you tell your kids what they know and they go out there and they get hurt without experiencing something, what that mean, understanding and truth, what that mean, God say. That's the difference of what he don't know. I'd rather tell my kid truth than tell him lies. I'd rather not confuse their mindset. Hey, my mind, you think my mindset was confused when I went to school and I went to jobs and I was able to be? No, my parents and my teacher gave me that vision. Going to elementary, going to job, leaving school early on the first time, doing stuff, going to job fairs. But racism of the Texas music office, I accept nothing from your lies. Either you give me, either you take what that is, I accept nothing from you. That racist white man is gonna call me with those black kindred people are not, and I'm warning every last one of them. Their lives do not live here at the end of the day. If I can have a great bond with a girl from a foreign country, and man, honestly, we don't have to talk about politics and talk about that. She got her dog, and we can just have a great time. And y'all with that dumb stuff, man. But he tell his kids, what do they know? Hey, my kids don't know something. You hear me? Not to get fooled, to understand this world of different mindsets. My bloodline go deeper than what you can understand. My spiritual side go deeper than what you can understand. Deeper than meaning. One day, you won't have to understand the price that you all pay. The price that you will pay. And you're going to suffer for it. More than you think you know. And I'm not trying to hear all of that stuff, man. Because people ain't walking around with anger and bitterness. You're keeping up with other attitudes and other mindsets. Nobody feel like doing all of this. Not to the point that since he said that, I don't want to be around none of that's the point I want to be around none of them. He had the balls to say something that he doesn't need. I don't want to be around none of them. You gonna sit up there and lie to those kids and let them kids not understand their true potential. No, I don't want to be around none of you, of a man like that in that format. I don't want to be around that. Nobody got time for all of that, man. Nobody got time for all of that. Not today, man. Not today. Nobody got time for all of that, man. Nobody got time for all of that. It make me don't even want to participate with none of them, man. With none of them. With none of this community, none of kids, none of them. That way he acted, he's behaving. I don't want to participate in none of it. No, I had my vision of doing what I want at 14 and 15 years old. And doing what I want to do and do what I needed to do. No, nobody want to deal with a mindset like that. You tell these kids, no, what do you know? And for that, baby, I ain't participating in a damn thing. For that situation, for that, what you say. When you lie to those kids and tell them kids that, no, I know my teacher gave me the vision. Going to college, going to Creeview, passing out, then going to other jobs. Mama, I'm playing in the band. Do those things. And it made me not even want to be involved with it. But he gonna lie to them kids. No, what do you know? You don't tell them kids something like that, man. I must have been through the lot, but I still I got to look at the good side. I have a job. I'm going to thrift stores. I'm going to other jobs in South Dallas at Newman Smith High School. And I'm going to elementary school and helping out. And I'm going to nursing homes. And I'm going to other jobs and working South Dallas. We're going about 10, 11 jobs. Big Lots wasn't the only job. We're going 10, 11 jobs in the communities. I don't want to deal with a man like that and the concept of man. That's why you always lose. You go through the struggle because the understanding of it. We get to the point right now, nobody wants to deal with that. But Trump, that's sad, man. All of them sad. And then he got the nerve to say something. Nobody want to deal with that, man. I don't want nothing with you. I'm to the point, you make your decision when you lie for what you stand for. When you lie constantly, what you stand for, Trump and your senators and your communities. And when God said, when all the numbers coming, when one man left standing, with the Spirit of God, when they lie. No, God didn't put everybody in needs before he sent everybody on a mission. Why he attacked his purpose. But you can't understand that. But you lied to these kids. We ain't on the same level here. But that's manipulation as a preacher. He said, Orion got the nerve to say, his dad tell him, never let nobody come between his family. No, God come between it. The Spirit of God. Not always about God uses us in different ways in the Spirit. But you don't have to actually pick up the book to understand something that's so much greater than that. Nobody got time for that, man. I wish it. But let me tell you what my son gonna know. My son gonna realize something. And I'm gonna say it one more time. When they so busy lying and fighting and teaming up, they gonna call him jealous. And I'm gonna tell my son, you have no reason to be jealous. You have no reason to be jealous. Because they lie and fight for what they believe in and lie while they team up on them. Mark this day. Mark this day. Mark this day right now. Mark this day. When the lying society, when Trump picked that side and the senators betrayed that side. And OGP, we acting like a dummy with the community. No, baby. That they went against a power that's forcing them when Trump had a decision. But you used democracy. God didn't want you to celebrate your lies. He wants you to celebrate the understanding of him. He don't want you to celebrate your lies and what you stand for. You took it too far, Trump. Your lies and your racism politics and your black and white, they stand for themselves. God don't want you. But when I watch my TV, when I'm sitting at home, when other kids are busy fighting, they live a lie. They live a lie, and you know it in history. That's a lie to the grounds you walk on. When I watch a TV, when you so busy fighting for your own principles, that's a coward move, Trump. That's a coward move with Joe Biden and senators. That's a racist move when you put lies first. Justice Department, I don't need you. But you live a lie. But take a person off of this because you live a lie, right? I don't mind getting off of there and living a racial black and white narcissist behavior and trying to stop the potential. Baby, that's the way it go. If I have to settle for less and know who I am because of stuck-up business and the community that like to lie, that's my thing. But don't sit up there and lie for your demand. Your money don't mean nothing because you can't take it where you go. And he need to wake up and see himself in the mirror as a president. Because you're going to pay a price. It's going to hunt you when you get older. When you're 90 years old and 95 years old and you sitting in your deathbed wondering the stubbornness that you stand for. So the concept of the meaning of how a man acts and how a man acts, you don't win, you lose. The only person that won this battle at the Spirit of Jesus won this battle. We are not on the same page here. I don't need your help. And I don't need the senators when they lie constantly. I don't want to involve, but you're going to tell yourself, when I sit at my house every day, you're going to tell yourself as a lying community, leave me alone. We know what you are. This world not just built on buildings and money. It's built on time that you spend with each other. Until you wake up and see that, you stubborn liars, you're going to forever be lost. It's built on the time that you spend with each other, not built on wealth and money and lies that you stand for. Tell that white man in Texas music to F him in that courtroom, in that Texas music office. F that racist white and black man. F him and what he stand for, and those state attorneys. And the FBI do the work. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because they couldn't do the right thing. They can't get a door on Trump and democracy lie for black and white communities, and you can't change it. You know what you are. But the FBI can do something different. When that judge decided to do something stupid, and the prosecutor and the police decide they can do something if they want to walk away, you have a choice. After you tell them to do that, you walk away from them. When they put me in the house, you put your badge down. You have a choice. What can they do after the whole police force shut down? They can't work on that, and you depend on each other. What can they do? What can they do after the whole police force shut down? And you depend on each other, neighbors, and you depend on each other. When they had the power to do, what can they do? And you depend on each other, neighbors, to help each other out. And they can't run anything, the police force, and y'all depend on each other, give each other, help each other out, and work every day. Look at what you got with each other. If it's a police officer, FBI, I need to look at you, what we got with each other. I don't want nothing that's too much. But I wake up and see what's on this TV screen and know some of these future kids, they live a lie with their parents to understand democracy. They're going to talk about each other. Ain't nobody jealous of you. Look at all the stuff they played. Look at the game they played. You don't want somebody want to do something with a white stubborn man and a black stubborn man, and Trump lying, so that's not cute. And then you get on your news, you get on your news, that's what you will run off. That's why conflict is always going to happen. That's why conflict is always going to happen. That's why conflict. You are too stubborn and too liars to see the truth of it. And then the devil don't exist. Stop it. Stop it, 5. Stop it, 5. Your jealousy is blocking the way. Your mindset of not trying to understand each other is blocking it. You're not going to see the devil. Stop it right there. The devil don't exist. Stop with your theories. He's blocking everything. You can't even see it in your spirit. Stop it. Your insecurity and your jealousy and your mindset is to getting you in trouble. Not trying to understand and want your point of views. Instead of coming out with a solution and coming with that can work. No, but that's when the thing is, the government trying to control everything with balance and not understanding it. You trying to control, talking about Trump trying to put it, you're trying to put yourself in slavery as a woman. But let me tell you, I'm going to tell you one more time. I'm going to let you know something. About 5 years ago in 2008, about 2008, a parent put their hand on me in 2019. About 2007, and my friends wanted to go beat this older guy up, and we told him he ain't worth it. You ain't worth it, Governor Abbott. You ain't worth it, President and the Senators. God said you ain't worth it. You ain't worth it. We walked away from it. You know what we did? We didn't beat that man up. You ain't worth it. But we got to live every day and wake up every day to your lies. And I got to wake up to your lies. But when they go to school and go to church and they kids fight, I know they live a lie, but they going to say jealousy. Jealousy don't live here, partner. Only lies and democracy to fight for their own mindsets. I don't want to be a part of your lying history. I don't want to be part of the streets. I don't want to be part of your lying history. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it what they can't understand. I don't want to be a part of that ground. I don't even want to be a part of this earth to understand it. But they kids thriving. I don't give a fuck about your kids thriving when they lie. When you lie with them, what's the sense for all of that? What's the sense for that? I don't got time. That boy better step. That man better stay away. I'm thinking about keeping my son inside somewhere. Not even letting him come over and interact with y'all, man. Voodoo got nothing to do but the spirit of God keep the spirit going. Then people tell you don't like it and leave. You got to have balance to get where you're trying to go, to move in another direction. You got to have balance. What's the sense for that? And people trying to control and narrow, trying to tell you what you can't do, and everybody trying to control things where you want to go in life. And when you can't. No, you're trying to control everything. The lies that you stand for. And then the world don't care. They sit up there, baby, I will not fall because democracy and all the rest of that stuff that you lie and you want people to get a job. You can go to heck for Social Security to do this damn same thing. And let me tell you, a parent made a mistake. You're going to make that mistake again. You're going to make that mistake again. Trust me, I don't got time for it. I don't got time for it. And that jealousy mirrors, I don't got time for it. They make that kid look dumb. And his mama gonna be crying for him when he be put to death. His mama and his dad and the rest of them gonna be crying. When your son as a teen be put to death, ain't no way out of this, partner. My life matter when a white man and a black man got a problem. I meant don't play with me. And the police talking stuff. Hey, Wale, they better watch out. Because I hear the little sneaky talk. I promise you, Governor Abbott gonna get it. But y'all look, you know what I just did in the civil rights and I messed with the Supreme Court? Anything can happen. Each sinner be put to death. I want to see how much you lie and you care for it. How much you lie as a white man and a black man when I ask for Governor Abbott and them life. How much you gonna fight for that? For them to be put to death by Texas law. I want to see how much you fight for those lies that you stand for. I'm warning them to back off, you racism. You black and white man that been fighting for yourself for a long time. All of you are narcissists. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to go take my son to school and I'm going to leave the hatred alone. I'm going to watch your kids lie and watch a movie when your kids is on there. And I'm going to know they're a liar. But they're going to say, when I'm long gone from here, they're going to say my child ain't jealous of your lies and your democracy and your people and you fight for yourself. But you'll use people in the past for your personal gain. Because sometimes we know more together and they'll turn against that what you stand for. We go through different relationships, but they'll turn against that what we stand for. And then you want a nigga to fight more. You the biggest dummy of them all. I don't need your decisions. I don't need you. You're a white liar. You're a black liar. Hatred that you stand for. Your vote don't matter here. When your spirit ain't right, walk away. I don't want to accept nothing from you. I want my justice, and your lying kids fight for what they believe in. Take that to the bank, Trump. Take that to the bank, to America and your community, and then want to laugh. I don't need you. But don't try to attack somebody because you a stuck-up man. Now let me walk this earth without your hatred and your lies, and you go on your Mercedes Benz, and you go in your car, and you do what you do with your lying kids going to school and thing. Let that be. I don't want nothing to do with you. That white man crossed that line, and that Texas man, and that black woman, a racist black bitch. And they gonna lie to me in my face, and like, excuse my French, gonna lie to me in my face. I don't want nothing to do with you. You made your decisions as a white man and a black man. You live by and tell the UK Trump gonna have to live with that lie. Governor Abbott gonna have to live with that lie. They're gonna have to live with the lies they the trauma to. Let these other kids go to UK and where they lie. They gonna everybody while you take stuff. God don't want nothing. You build it and you lie with it. You build it and you lie with it. You ain't worked it. And then you sit up there and you do stuff to people, graveyard. You do something to me, I'm gonna make sure lightning strike you while I'm in my grave. While you die on the spot, you hateful lying people. Your kids gonna have hatred. Cause they were taught it. And not just in white and black too. Ryan got the nerve to say something. I told him to stop lying. All of them gonna be in jail. I want to see how rights you violate when you're a racist white man. Look at him lie. Look at Trump and all of them. Governor Abbott lie with him. I don't need your decision. I'm gonna let your kids go to school and work and do all the things they do. Go to South Bar and do all of those things. But I know that's a lie at the end of the day. I know that's a lie at the end of the day. I'm going to let them do everything they do. While your kids sitting up there driving, you live a lie because you've been busy lying for yourself. I don't want nothing to do with you, man. Fuck that racist Texas music office and those white and black attorneys. And then God can't speak the truth when a white and black man is the way they is. Don't hide who you is. You piece of crap. Don't hide who you is, black man in that courtroom. None of you. Don't hide who you is. Expose your little racist ass. You had no right. You had no right. But Trump, he a billionaire. No, all y'all liars, man. Don't just blame it on one man. Joe Biden and all of them got something to do, senators. Oh, you know what I found out about what Miss Nancy said? Come on. Oh, come on. Don't play God for dumb. But that white man in there and all of them in that Texas movie, fuck you. You a racist shit. And I'm speaking my, and people are mad because I speak my mind. But you, for your own purposes. And those black, I know what you are. When I step in that courtroom, don't try to play dumb. Because a lot of people acting like the Matrix Reload. They playing like the damn Matrix with they dumb ass. Gonna sit up there when I step back in that courtroom. No. And I promise, once this said and done, I'ma get the civil rights, the Supreme Court to delete every damn thing. It don't exist no more. To delete everything and this never be talked about by racists, black and white. My history would be wiped out from racism. But God know what you are. God know you a liar, Mayor. God know Governor Abbott is a liar in the communities. You do what you do and you call it how you want to call it. But you try to use family to turn family because you live your lie over pettiness. Over pettiness. You're a coward. You run from the gods. You're a coward. You run from Jesus. You run from death. You run from it. When a man runs from it, he runs from it. All of them leaders run from death. They run from it. Communities run from it. You run from it. You're a liar. You run from it. Let your kids make it. All I do, I don't care if I buy a house in the woods and don't do nothing with you. I don't want to deal with you. At Miller, I'm going to leave it all up behind that racist white man and that black person, and they got a problem. Do what you do. They don't make you a woman, and they don't make you a man. If that's a Walmart employee or not, they don't make you a woman or a man. Standing down what makes you a woman. Standing down what makes you a man. I don't want nothing to do with them, man. I don't want to involve myself, my history. And trust me, when this battle is over with, I already had messaged the Supreme Court to delete everything. The crypto 10, everything. Everything is going to be deleted. I don't want to be a part of your lying history. I'd rather be a nobody to live in your lies. I'd rather not coexist with you to live in your lies. I'd rather not be born to live in your lies. Trust me, I want nothing to do with them. I want pain. I would deal with the pain, would never have to look at none of y'all lying face. And I turn my TV every day when I politic, when Trump lies with them, when Joe Biden